to Dark Knight Films Reviews and another Hammer Productions night. Tonight, I will be reviewing The Face of Fu Manchu, released in 1965. Directed by Don Sharp, from a script by Peter Welbeck, based on the characters created by Sax Rohmer, starring Christopher Lee, Nigel Green, Joachim Fuchsberger, Karin Dor, James Robertson Justice, Howard Marion-Crawford, Tsai Chin, Walter Rilla, and Harry Brogan. Now, this was the first in a series of Fu Manchu films starring Christopher Lee for Constantin Films. Now, this was not Hammer. But Constantin Films was almost a lot like Amicus Films and Hammer, a British company, so I figured these kind of films would go well in this night. And this first Fu Manchu film is pretty close in a lot of respects to the original Sax Rohmer novels. The character of Fu Manchu is portrayed completely dark, mysterious, and evil, as is his daughter, even though I don't understand why they changed her name from Follow Sing to Lin Tang. There was no real reason, I didn't think, to change the daughter's name. But unlike a lot of the previous Fu Manchu films, which went really, really stereotypical with the Asian stereotypes in it, I don't think any of these Fu Manchu movies with Christopher Lee actually do bad Asian stereotypes. I mean, yes, the Asian characters are portrayed as bad guys and villains. And it's a group of syndicate members. But Christopher Lee is not playing stereotypical Asian in his portrayal. He is doing a fairly good little accent as Fu Manchu, and it doesn't go the racial stereotype style of a white man, doing a, comical stereotype Asian voice. He's doing something that sounds pretty authentic, and he looks authentic, even though it's a British man playing an Asian in here. I think Christopher Lee does a really good job playing Fu Manchu in this. As does Nigel Green as his nemesis, Nayland Smith. And the secondary character, Howard Marion-Crawford's Dr. Petrie, is very well played as well. These characters are basically the Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson of the Fu Manchu series. And Nigel Green is just as good in his portrayal of Nayland as what Christopher Lee is as Fu Manchu. A great nemesis to go up against him, and you really actually like him and want to see him succeed and win against Christopher Lee's Fu Manchu. So very well done there. One of the big things that a Fu Manchu movie needs, in my opinion, is Fu Manchu using his powers of the mystique to hypnotize or mesmerize someone to do his bidding. And he does do that in this. Unfortunately, it wasn't on the person that I was wanting to see that happen on. You have Karin Dor's character of Maria Mueller in here, the daughter of Walter Ria's Professor Mueller. And you would have thought that Fu Manchu would have went after the daughter, put her under his spell, and used her to get to her father, the professor. But he did it in reverse. He just captures Mueller and then ends up capturing his daughter and basically just tortures them into trying to get them to give him what he wants. And it's not until he captures Harry Brogan's Professor Gaskell that he actually uses his hypnotic charms and hypnotic powers, and he uses it on him. Which, you know, it works in the context of the story, but doesn't feel like it's anything out of the Sax Rohmer Fu Manchu novels in that respect. But I love how the film opens where it looks like Fu Manchu is being killed right at the very beginning of the movie. But it turns out that he hypnotized this guy, made him look like him, and ordered him to go to the execution, and he does it willingly because he's under his spell. And for, you know, even though Nigel Green's Smith saw him die in that beginning, when stuff starts happening again, he immediately begins to suspect that something is awry and that wasn't truly Fu Manchu that was executed. It was a great way to open the movie, though, because you're thinking that they were going the Hammer route in some of the Hammer films where it opens with the end of the film and you're going to get flashbacks and stuff. But no, it wasn't. It was the actual beginning of the story, starting it out, just making us think that it was Fu Manchu being executed in this sequence. The thing that I always loved about the novels is that Fu Manchu never is captured. He always escapes somehow at the end. Or it's implied that he made it out. He wasn't killed or didn't die in whatever catastrophe that happens at the end of it. And this film is no different. Don Sharp directs this really cool and really sets up that ending to where it looks like Fu Manchu might have died there. But as you hear in the ending narration from Christopher Lee, you know, that's most likely not the case. And of course it's not, because we ended up getting an immediate sequel to this, which I will get to at a later date. But as far as the Face of Fu Manchu, I really think this is a really good entry into the Sax Rohmer adaptations. It's very well done. Do I think it could have been better? Yes. But I think it's better than the previous attempts to adapt this character. So I am going to give The Face of Fu Manchu from 1965. I am going to give this film a 8.6 out of 10. If you have not seen this film, I would say check it out, especially if you have read any of the novels by Sax Rohmer. But have you seen this film? And if you have, what do you think? Do you agree with my review? Do you disagree? Let me know in those comments down below. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell icon so you can be notified about future videos just like this one. And while you're by the subscribe button, click that join button and become a Dark Knight fan. As a Dark Knight Fan Plus member, you can vote on a poll right now on the channel where you can vote for either a movie, TV show, ranking video, whatever you want to see me do on the channel. And when I do it, it will go exclusively on the Plus members area for all Plus members to be able to see. And so if you want to be interactive, that's your way of doing it.
Well, that's it for another Hammer Productions Night. If you missed last week's Hammer Productions Night, check out the link up here to get caught up on that one. Or if you missed any of the other Hammer Productions Night, be sure and check out the playlist right here to get caught up on any of them that you have missed.